Hey guys, I just wanted to make a quick video and apologize for ghosting you guys for over a year, and just to say that even though that was never my plan, there actually is a silver lining. So I wanted to tell you a quick story. So I want you to go back. About a year or so ago, I was just losing my mind. Let me paint a picture for you. So I'm literally sitting in this office. I've got a notebook out, and I'm trying to figure out, I'm like, how do I get to the next level? And I knew what the next level was for me, how I wanted to grow as a person. And it was I wanted to start a business. Now, at the time, I was doing something that technically fell under that category, but it wasn't working and I wasn't passionate about it, and it wasn't really going anywhere. And so I was getting really frustrated. And the funny thing about the universe is sometimes I feel like the universe moves you where you need to be if you want something enough. And it's funny, I've noticed this pattern in my life. I'll start to want something, and when I want it, it's almost like I fixate it onto the point that I kind of force the universe to help me figure out how to get it. And so what happened is at the time I was working a job that I was really grateful for, but not everything about the situation was ideal. And I was having a hard time. And I was looking for another opportunity. And so I found one, and I was really grateful for that. And I got over there and I thought, I'm here to do this job, which I am, but the thing is I think partly the universe was moving me so that I would meet someone else. So here's the thing. There's that phrase, when the student is ready, the mentor will appear. And so here's the thing. Here I am struggling with business. I can't figure this out. And I run into this guy who has a PhD in business. So in this case, he got his bachelor's, his master's, and his PhD in business. And as soon as I figured that out, I was like, oh, I have to get to know this guy. Like, I have got to meet this guy. And so, he's in my work center, and I just started to get to know him and things like that. Well, at the time, I was like, okay, I have to make a decision about my current business. So there were some external factors that made it so that I needed to change, at a minimum, the name of my company and what I was doing. And I was like, okay. So I started talking with my wife, and I'm like, hey, I'm into writing, and I want to be a writer. And so I'm like, I think I'm going to change my company to a publishing company. That way I can, write off the expenses that are connected with my writing. And she was fine with that. And so I started talking to her, and I noticed this pattern in my life. So I'm very, very goal oriented. There's always these things I want to do. And I sometimes just start doing them without getting my wife involved. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to break this pattern. And so I started talking with her. I'm like, hey, can you help me come up with a name for this company? So here's the thing. She said something that was really kind and it really hit home with me. And it was that she felt like the word serendipity was a way of kind of describing who I am as a person. And basically, that's about, finding unexpected treasures in places that you would never expect them. And that's how it led me to take this word serendipity, which, by the way, there are so many LLCs named serendipity whatever. And I plugged this word into this online generator thing, and what it did was it gave me some variations. And that's what led to Seerendip Publishing. And I can't even tell you, it is amazing to be the CEO of a company doing something that I absolutely love. It's literally like I would never work another day in my life. Like, I don't even need to make money to want to do this. Because writers, they're my people. I love them, and they're awesome. And honestly, the best part, see, here's the thing. I feel like my life's purpose is to enact positive change, which essentially means to help people. And so what I love doing is guiding authors through this process of publication in order to get their work out to the world. And it's literally so much fun. I love it. And what's funny is, so I have this guy, he's helping me, and this was happening so fast. I mean, I had expected it to take me a couple years to learn how to publish and to, publish my own work. And I knew some things, but I didn't know everything. And he started helping me, and he had over 12 years of experience in the publishing industry. And so combined with that, things started to move really fast. Now, thankfully, I had set up a business account with credit lines and everything for the business. The mistake I made, though, was since things were moving so fast, I didn't think to come up with, some startup cash for this business. What I really should have done is I should have said, hey, I'm really excited that you're willing to help me. I want to do this, but you need to give me a couple months to come up with some money. So that's made it a little harder. but kind of lesson learned. Here we go. And then the next thing is, and I'm so grateful for this, but I was able to get a launch product for the business. And that's helped a lot, but it taught me another lesson. So if you're going to start a business, you want to make sure that you don't have just a launch product, but you have a launch portfolio. So basically, if you're going to start, say, like a plumbing business, what I would do is go and do 5 free plumbing jobs and document everything. And then put that up on your website or whatever as your portfolio. Because basically, when people come to work with you, they want to see more than just one point of proof of concept that you can do something. If you can show them that, hey, we can do this, we've done this more than once, and here's how, then people are a lot more likely to work with you. And honestly, starting a business has been so fun. It's been great to, to see how the word of mouth is spreading and to see the mechanisms coming into play. And it's also been really cool as people have moved into my company. It's almost like the universe is helping them, manifest. And it's been great working with these people and learning from them. And then I guess the thing I wanted to leave you with is that finding what is right for you isn't always easy. Like, I can't believe, looking back, I didn't think of this. I mean, I have loved reading and writing my entire life, but I never drew the conclusion that maybe I could be a publisher. And, of course, I'm in the same boat that I was with my YouTube channel before, where I started talking about something where I had a lot of knowledge, but not necessarily as much experience. Thankfully, I have some now, and I have a lot of experience backing me up. But now I'm in that position where I've got to just be more like, this is what I'm doing, and instead of like, I have all the answers, but it's working out. And I cannot tell you how much happier I am now. I feel like I'm learning and growing as a person. And what I wanted to recommend to you is that if you are interested in starting a business, do it. Just take a little piece of advice from me and make sure that you come up with some money first, create a really good launch portfolio, and then find a mentor. It is so much easier when you have somebody helping you who already knows the ropes. And it saves you all the trouble, and it also kind of gives you someone to bounce things off, because business is literally like, I'm doing great, I'm doing terrible, I'm gonna fail, I'm doing awesome, just do. And if you don't have someone to kind of keep you level-headed while things are building, then it can get really stressful and depressing. So I feel like I've gotten through the initial setup part of the business and things are really flowing, and I'm looking forward to telling you more about it on this channel. And I'll leave that with you, and thank you for watching.